In Poland, just 2 weeks before parliamentary elections, the opposition coalition is holding a rally in Warsaw in hopes of swinging voter sentiment in their favor. Opposition leader Donald Tusk is leading the protest rally, dubbed the March of a Million Hearts. He's calling it the last chance to save democracy in Poland. Thousands of people from across the country have gathered in central Warsaw. Tusk has accused the right-wing government of a vicious campaign against his party. Polls suggest the election will be too close to call. Well, our correspondent, Jack Perrick, is covering the rally, and he joins us now from Warsaw. So, Jack, tell us what it's like on the streets of Warsaw at this hour.
Well, there's a lot of people down here. You might not be able to see them behind me now. We've had to move our kit slightly away to link in with you in the studio. But there are hundreds of thousands of people marching from the Palace of Culture and Science here in Warsaw down through the streets after the speeches we heard from the former European Council President Donald Tusk, who is also a former Prime Minister of Poland. They're saying, as you say, this is the last chance to save Polish democracy, according to the opposition coalition that wants to oust the ruling Law and Justice Party here in Poland, which has an anti-LGBT stance, an anti-abortion stance, and has also come to loggerheads with the European Union many times, specifically over rule of law issues, which has meant that Poland hasn't been able to access EU funds as part of the COVID-19 recovery. Some very strong statements. This election that's taking place in 2 weeks here in Poland has now resulted in two very deeply and bitterly divided sides, the ruling party and the opposition coalition, who are marching here today.
Jack, we'd just like to mention to our viewers that we are seeing live pictures from this rally, so we can see definitely a huge turnout. But will this march be enough to have any meaningful impact on the election campaign?
It's really hard to know. It's very uncommon to have such huge marches ahead of an election in most countries. But for Donald Tusk, they say that this is really the last moment to save the Polish democracy. The opposition coalition, the ruling Law and Justice Party, the PiS party, though, brand him as a stooge of Germany. They say essentially that he's just doing the EU's bidding, that he doesn't have Polish rights and Polish ideas at heart, that he doesn't want to prioritize the Polish state, but rather force the European Union edicts on the Polish economy, on the Polish society, and they say that that's not acceptable. It really is, as I say, a super divided election campaign where the two sides are cutting chunks out of each other publicly. There's a huge public social media campaign by the ruling Justice Party saying that Donald Tusk can never ever lead this country again. He's hoping that a show like we've seen today here on the streets of Warsaw can change that, and they can take over that government after the elections in 2 weeks' time. We'll have to wait and see how that'll all turn out.
DW correspondent Jack Perrick in Warsaw for us. Jack, thanks so much.